Good morning. This is Kim Danke coming to you live from the Shibboleth Studios in Kennesaw, Georgia. Today is Thursday, April 30th, and we are on the 121st day of our 2020 edition of the Game of Life. And we are playing this game together. We're playing this game to win. We're playing this game to be successful. And you know what? We have the guidelines for our game. The guidelines for our game are the Bible and Shibboleth. And that right there helps me live a life that I find to be very rewarding, very joyful. And I'm so thankful that you guys are going along with me on this journey. And I want to let you know that on Saturday morning, I am very excited to be interviewing Missy Shibboleth. So I've interviewed Kim, and then I've interviewed Joni, and now I am interviewing Missy. So if y'all have not seen the post, please go ahead and look for that post and register for that webinar. I'm going to do that on Saturday morning at 10. I believe it is awesome to hear from success stories and then hear from people, especially our team members, what they do behind the scenes, because if Travis and Sasha couldn't do everything that they did for everybody if they didn't have the team members that check journals and do mentor appointments and all of that. So I want to highlight our team members. It's very, very important that we do that. And you know that they're there for you because they have been where you are and they have overcome, and they want nothing more than to see you succeed as well. So I'm going to highlight Missy Shibboleth this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. Now, tomorrow is May 1st. Tomorrow is May 1st. That works out so perfect because it's Friday and it's going to be the day after the end of a month. I want to know tomorrow morning, and y'all be prepared to tell me. I want to know how you ended your month. Was it weight loss? Was it a weight loss month? Because, you know, we're 4 complete months into our 12-month game of life, and on December 31st we want to be winning, but we gotta take these little steps all along to succeed. So tomorrow morning I want to hear about your month of April. Okay, so be prepared for that. Good morning, Deanda and Michelle and Bob and Melissa. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for that beautiful sunflower, Melissa. Thank you. And Melissa commented yesterday on a post that I did about Tony Davis. Tony Davis is Dr. Tony Davis. He is an amazing pastor. I just absolutely love his teaching. He makes it so understandable for me. And so if y'all didn't see that in the Shibboleth public page, the private group, go ahead and watch that because it's really, really short, but it kind of brings it down to the point that if anybody is suffering with depression right now, it was saying, don't have conversations with yourself. That's one of the worst things you can do, have a conversation with God. Now, I just boiled it down to one statement, but you can go back and watch that video because it was really, really good. Good morning, Janice and Nicole. Good morning. So I am preparing to start to go live on YouTube. I played with that yesterday instead of on Facebook. So I want y'all to get YouTube and like the Kim Danke channel, okay? All of my videos also link to Travis's, okay? So if you've missed anything that he's putting on the public page, then you'll see it as well. But I can't go live through YouTube on my mobile device because I have to have X number of viewers and X number of watched hours, but I can do it on my computer, so it's going to look a little different. But y'all go ahead and like the YouTube Kim Danke channel. Also, it said that it will send notifications if you subscribe and hit the bell notification for all notifications. You'll get notified of that. And what I'd really like to do is figure out how to just live stream straight from the Shibboleth website, but I'm concerned that I won't be able to have these conversations with you if I do that. So still playing with things, and y'all bear with me because it's fun to play with technology, okay? I appreciate y'all letting me. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Diane. Those of you that are in Kennesaw area, we are going to open up for just limited classes next week, limited. So, for example, if you want to come to the Monday class, I would take the first 9 people who have registered. We don't have the registration on the website yet, though. We will let you know via this group if you are wanting to come to that. So it's going to be limited people. So be watching for that. Also, if you are not in the lifetime membership yet, the Tiger's Eye, please get in there and start doing this Tiger Eye lockdown. I did the Tiger's Eye lockdown the week before and lost a pound, but I'd been having perfect days all the way up until that. Well, then I had 4 holidays because I could. Okay, I have them available. So I had 4 holidays. I went back into the Tiger's Eye, 6.5 pounds this week. Now, of course, I don't have 6.5 actual pounds of fat to lose, but what that helped me do was, if you're in maintenance, this is a great strategy. It helped me get off the weight that I had put on during the holidays and I'm 0.5 pound from my 50-pound badge just from doing that. Which I usually stay within 4 pounds of my 50-pound badge anyway, but getting that close to it is exciting. So I'm going to start doing that for one of my maintenance strategies Monday through Wednesday. So please go to thelifetimemembership.com. If you don't have yours yet, thelifetimemembership.com, because that is a limited special. It will go away. It's $59.95 right now. Good morning, Cheryl and Nicole and Amy and Sherry. Yes, Melissa, I want it to be interactive, and it does look like it will be interactive. If it's not, we'll come back to this. But I did see a spot where everybody could type in it. Yes. It is great, Cheryl. I love that Tiger Eye 3-day lockdown. That is fun. That is really fun. Also, if you are looking for a different type of challenge, do Jason's challenge, the Pandemic Purge. I mean, I saw his post. It's hilarious. Did the COVID-19 bring on the 20, 30, 40 and extra? So just go back and read that post. It'll make you want to join in. It's so funny. It's great. Hey, Patty. Hey, Patty. I hope you're doing well. And Kelly. Oh, I'm sorry your video's freezing up, Nicole. It'll be recorded right here. Also, just to remind you, if you can't find it on this group for some reason, it will always be in your journal videos or in the video library under recently recorded videos. Okay, so it'll always be there. And you can type in there under the comments as well if you're watching it on replay. Because if you're watching on replay, I like for you to type in hashtag Shibboleth for His glory and all of that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our little devotion this morning. And remember I told you that I changed books. This one's What Every Christian Ought to Know by Adrian Rogers. Now he's passed on, but an acquaintance of mine is his daughter, which I'll see her actually at the end of July. But this whole month, we didn't get started on this month until a little bit later in the month. But he does this themed. The month is themed. Okay, next month is how to handle temptation. I thought that'd be a good one. But this month is about sin and forgiveness. And so today's verse is Psalm 51:12. If y'all will type that in for me, Psalm 51:12. I love that, Bob. Rise up, Shibboleth peeps. That's right. We got to do it. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. You just have to say, this is what I do. This is what I do. Not I can do that if I want to. Oh, yeah, I can start doing that anytime. No, this is what I do. Psalm 51:12. Thank you, Miss Ditto. Thank you. And then it is restore. Now listen closely. Restore the joy of your salvation to me and give me a willing spirit. Now, as I'm doing this one today and I'm reading this, it's short. Y'all think about the ways that this applies to not just forgiveness, but also applies to Shibboleth. Restore the joy of your salvation to me and give me a willing spirit. Psalm 51:12. So this restore the joy of your salvation to me just reminds me of somebody that needs forgiveness and they need to know that joy of that salvation again. So they're asking for that to be restored to them. And then give them a willing spirit. Give them a willing spirit to go forth and live the life that they really know they should be living because they have Jesus in their heart. So let's listen. God doesn't just cleanse us so that we can sit around and be clean. He puts us back on the track of service. When you sin, once you get your heart clean, get back to work. Apply the 4 steps of restoration: confidence, confession, cleansing, and consecration. Don't get the idea that just because you can be cleansed, It makes no difference whether or not you sin. Just as surely as you put your hand on a hot stove and get burned, you're bound to suffer if you sin. But thank God for his wonderful, marvelous, matchless grace that forgives and restores the sinning Christian. Woo, that is good. That is really good. Good morning, Tashana. Good morning. Good morning, Adrian. Thank y'all for typing in the Bible verse. That is awesome. Psalm 51:12. And I love all these little hearts and likes I've been seeing fly up. That's funny. Fly up. This is an interactive broadcast, so all that's great. But listen to this. My dog won't in the room, but she'll have to wait. God doesn't just cleanse us so we can sit around and be clean. He puts us back on the track of service. When you sin, once you get your heart clean, get back to work. Okay, holidays on Shibboleth is not sinning, okay? Now, if we go into full out gluttonous day, then yes, that can be. But just having a holiday is not a sin, all right? But let's think about it slightly in that way. It says, when you sin, once you get your heart clean, get back to work. So, you know what I always tell everybody, once you've had that holiday, just get back to your perfect days, okay? Just get back to your perfect days. Apply the 4 steps of restoration. Well, confidence, we can have confidence in Shibboleth. We can have confidence that this program works and that we can do it. Confession, you know what? We can blog or journal in our account the things that we are feeling. And let me tell you, it's very cathartic. It will help you if you write it down. And the website is a good place to put it. Cleansing. Guess what? Over the 2 perfect days that we have, our body gets rid of insulin and it gets rid of glycogen so that we can get into efficient fat burning. And then consecration, making something sacred. We have this temple that the Lord lives in, and we do want to set it apart. And we do want it to be holy, and we want it to be a sacred place for Him. So it is a way for us to be an EFB and just be focused on living this as a lifestyle for the whole rest of our life. One of the things that I find I used to say is, I've worked so hard, I really feel like I need those 15 cupcakes. But, that's really not a reasonable way to think about it. So I have had to change my mindset. And my mindset is, if I have a holiday, I have a cupcake, not a whole ton of them. That kind of thing. You have to just think about this as a lifestyle and start to change your mindset. If you realize that you are thinking about something in a way that's just not reasonable, tell yourself, that is not reasonable. I need to humble myself and realize that what I'm thinking is not correct and ask for help from other people, your Shibboleth mentors, the Lord. Ask for that help. But you've got to be willing to acknowledge that some thoughts that you're having about food and what you're doing with food are not reasonable. And to be willing to do something about them and admit that. But listen to this one. Don't just get the idea that just because you can be cleansed, it makes no difference whether or not you sin. Okay, so some of us might be thinking, I can get back to Shibboleth any day. Well, what kind of damage is being done while you're not on it? What kind of hard work are you going to have to put in, even more than just maintaining what you have achieved already and working towards losing, than getting back up to where you started and have to do it all over again, okay? So let's focus on not losing the progress, and don't delay. Don't say, I'm going to start on Monday. What kind of damage is going to be done in that time of delay, that delaying spirit? Ask for that to go away out of your life. But you know what? It says right here, thank God for His wonderful, marvelous, matchless grace that forgives and restores the sinning Christian. Well, the way I apply that to Shibboleth is, thank you, Lord, for your grace that you've given me this program that is based biblically. It's biblically based, and that I can live this lifestyle for you, Lord. And this is why we type in #Shibboleth for His glory, because it is for His glory. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning. Okay, so let's see what we're going to type in today. What's the title of this going to be? He's making us think. He doesn't just give us a title. We could call it, I'm going to get back to work. Get back to work. What do y'all want to call it? Anybody have an idea? Yeah, we'll just call it get back to work. Y'all, I can get back to work. Y'all type in, I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to get back into work. I'm going to get back to work. Type that. I'm going to get back to work. Don't let up. I like Dawn's. I'm like Dawn's. Don't let up. Thankful for grace. Y'all know what? Y'all come up with your own. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Because everybody, just like, you know, you read the Bible at different times in your life and you reread it. The Bible is meant to be read over and over and over again. Because the more that you read it, the more that you feed on it, the more impact it has on your life. And you will see different things at different times based on what you are going through at the time. Okay, y'all are typing in, I'm going to get back to work. Hey, Kelly Samples. Hey, Colleen. Good morning. Colleen, y'all give some love to Colleen. Her little doggy got mauled by some other dogs while they were walking. That's terrible. Good morning, Diane. Good morning. Yes, I'm going to get back to work. So I hope that you take the things that I've said today and you kind of just relate them. When you're reading things, relate them to the things that are important to you. Because you know what? You will do what's important to you. If losing weight or maintaining your weight loss is important to you, you will do every step that has to take place for you to either achieve that goal or maintain that goal. If it is not that important to you, you don't. You just let it slide and you let it slip. So we don't want to slip. We don't want to slip. We want to live this because it's living your best life. It's living your best life. Good morning, Marianne. Yes, I love that. Marianne says never going backwards. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Getting back to work. Getting back to work. So I thought it was just funny how today's devotion went totally with that. Just because you can be cleansed doesn't mean you should just go out and sin. But as soon as you have a clean heart again, just get back to doing what you know is the right thing to do. Same thing with Shibboleth. Takes 2 days to get over a holiday, but get back to doing what you know is right. Keep positive. That is right, Marianne. Keep positive. Well, I'm going to hop off of here. If you're watching this on replay, please type in hashtag Shibboleth for His glory. If for some reason you cannot find this video on the Facebook page, please go to recently recorded videos in the journal, not in the journal, in the video library. But oh yeah, go to your journal too, because it should pop up in your journal. Now in your journal, there is a little check box underneath the video that's there for the day. If you have not been watching those videos, you may not see today's, the most recent one. You have to go through the order that they were put in. Once you've watched that, check it. I've asked them to make that checkbox a save also, but right now it's not. Scroll all the way to the bottom and hit the save button so it'll move you to the next video in your journal. All right, I love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we're going to do a recap of what our April month looked like. So today's the last day of the month. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about having a holiday today because I got one left for the month, but I'm not, because I want to end my month well, and I don't wait till tomorrow morning for this month, okay? So I'm going to have an IMF day today. And what else was I going to say? Oh, and then we also are going to look at our month of May tomorrow, and we're going to plan out when we think we might need our holidays in the month of May, okay? Because it's important to plan. Hey, good morning, Cindy. Good morning. And I am hopping off. Bye, y'all. Have a perfect day.